I'm recording now. So anyway, so they were just talking, like, how is it that we can help our coaches see success much quicker? And it's just like any type of school. You have to track what it is that you're doing. Okay. So, I just gave you guys in the chat box, there is I put together every tracker I've ever used. Okay. There is trackers to track all the people that say no to you. It's called I'm Tracking My No's. There's actually a book on it, but you track your no's. So every time somebody says no, you write their name down, you write the reason down, and you write the date down. There's also a super stupid, simple, brand new coach tracker. It's called The Grid. And you literally are tracking you're tracking your workout, you're tracking your Shakeology, and your personal development, and 3 engagements per day. That's it. Okay. And so I'm not going to go through all of these. There's a time management tracker on here. There's the actual business activity tracker, which is called the BAT, which is actually what Beachbody came up with in order for us to track our business. It's like the best one, I feel like. I mean, it's so simple, and you check the box when you're done with it. I don't really care what you use. I don't care. This one ended up being one of my favorites. It's called Win the Week. And it's not necessarily a daily tracker. It's a weekly tracker. So this week, you have to have 7 coaching invites. So you could do all 7 today. You could do 2 today, 2 tomorrow, 2 the next day. It doesn't matter. All you need to know is that by the end of this week, all these boxes need to be checked. All these boxes need to be filled. And that one is on there. I love this one because it doesn't keep me in a box. Whereas today you have to do 3 invites. Sometimes I don't have the time to do all 3 in one day, but I can do 10 tomorrow. So I love the Win Your Week tracker. So tonight, I just want to get us back to the basics of tracking. And this is what I'm explaining to all of my coaches. I've had a couple coaches that have signed up this week. Some of them are discount coaches. Some of them are rockstar coaches. But the point is, I'm trying to get them to understand the importance of this. Laura Bazell has been on our team for 100 years, all 5. She was one of my first coaches. She was one of my first coaches that went diamond. She's about to have her comeback. She just had twins, and she just sent me her before pictures today. And so anyway, she's one of my amazing coaches. Every Thursday, no matter what, she sent me her tracker for the past 5 years. Every single Thursday, she sent me her tracker, no matter what. And she has a stack of them this big, no matter what. And that is why she would hit Success Club 10 plus every single month. It was because she knew who she was talking to. She knew what she was doing. And she did not go to bed that night until the bare minimum was done with her business. There is also, if you have no idea what you're doing, if maybe you've never really gone through a power hour, in this folder, there's a power hour. Okay. It shows you exactly what a power hour is. And so you can look at that. Yeah, it's called Power Hour. And it's the power of 3s. And it basically goes through add 3 new friends to your network, create 3 new conversations a day by forming, which is FORM. And, invite 3 people a day to your next challenge group. Follow up with 3 people that said that this month wasn't good or last month wasn't good. Follow up with those. So that type of thing. So that is what your power hour needs to look like. If you're okay, what do? I don't understand what I'm supposed to do during, these business hours or what I'm supposed to be tracking. That's another really good tracker. And for those of you that work full time, it's basically you fit it into your what's called power pockets. So 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night, and you're usually done. But I want us to start taking a little bit more, those of you who have big goals, and I'm talking about the ones who have big goals. whatever, if you feel like your goal is big, those are the people I'm talking to right now. Okay. And I want you guys to start taking more ownership of looking at your business and seeing what it is that you aren't doing that's not getting you there. That's not getting you each step closer. I write down these quotes all the time, and I was looking through some stuff, and it said, every day you have an opportunity to either make progress on your vision or to tread water. Okay. So every day you have the ability, the opportunity to either make progress on your dream, on your vision, on your goal, on your fill in the blank, or to tread water. And so before you go to sleep at night, you have to think, did I do anything that is helping me to get to whatever it is that your income goal, whatever goal. I know a lot of you guys have income goals. That's why I keep saying that. But, and so these are just some of those quotes that I loved. But greatness is not achieved when the result is reached, but when the individual chooses to do the things that he knows he needs to do. So that's just like tracking. It's been, I've hated doing it. I'm just going to be 100% honest. I've hated tracking, hated it. But I have always tracked my income. I just always have. I've tracked my income. I've tracked my volume. And this is what I use. I have one for all three of my business centers. I have my business center, my second business center, and Matt's business center. I take care of all three. Love you, Crystal. See ya. And then I also look to see if, how many people are close to Emerald, because you guys, Emerald is, yeah, girl. Emerald, it's almost like you're not even like opening up the potential of Beachbody coaching unless you're an Emerald coach. It just is what it is. That's just what it is, and so right now we're doing a thing where we're trying to get all of our coaches, or in this group, we're trying to get most of our coaches to Emerald in 48 hours. And if you think about it, it's not that hard. I mean, it's not that hard. 48 hours is easy. Always, 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 always sign up your spouse first. Always. Or your mom, or somebody that you love, somebody that is a family member, or something like that. Always. And the reason is because if you don't, and you sign them up 6 months later, you may have about 10 coaches between now and then that where they're accumulating the volume that your spouse could have, or that your mom could have, or that you're fill in the blank. So always keep those. It's like, I wish it was like mandatory. You have to sign up your spouse. You have to sign up somebody that is close to you at the top of your business center. Because that is, I mean, I would be doing you a disservice by telling you it's okay to wait. And I have seen through this training that I'm going through right now, so many coaches that did not do that. That is like that, and they're kicking themselves because now they're producing income, but their husbands and their spouses were never at the top of their business center. So that is so important. Even if they have to be inactive for a while, it doesn't matter. If you can't afford to keep them active, or you want to buy, Shakeology packets through them and then get your money back by doing, different groups or whatever, do that. They don't have to stay active. They're not going to disappear if they're inactive at the top of your business center. However, they're there. They're up there. And so that's anybody. It doesn't have to be a spouse, just somebody that is close to you. If you're not married, mom, dad, somebody like that. But
so Jess, just to clarify, like if you put that someone at the top of your business center, why is that helpful to you? Like, do they get a bigger team bonus cycle because they're at the top of the business center, or what?
Good. That's a really good question. So let me just tell you based off of my experience. So when I hit 2-star, when you hit 2-star, you're able to open up your second business center. Okay. You have to put your second business center under one of your coaches. So a second business center is basically you're signing yourself up again as a coach. So I have a whole separate coach office for my second business center. Okay. So when I go in to check every Thursday, when I go in to check all of my volume, you guys' volume, where your rank is, my income, all of that kind of stuff, my Success Club points, I have to go into 2 business centers, my first business center and my second business center, now that I've opened up 2. Okay. Now I placed my second business center underneath Matt's weak leg. So oh, wait. Okay. Okay. If you're visual, let's do this. Okay. This is me. Can I write on this? This is my sister, and this is Matt. When I hit 2-star, I opened up a second business center underneath his leg, underneath his weak leg. So now all of the coaches that I sign up underneath this leg, he gets the volume for. Okay, you see that? All of them. So, and it trickles up. Now, all of my orders, person says, hey, I want to sign up for 80-day obsession challenge pack. I don't put it under my first business center anymore. I put all of my orders under my second business center. So all of these orders that are going into my second business center, Matt benefits from, and my first business center benefits from. Got it.
So is that something that you wait to do till you're like super successful, or like when do you do that?
The second you hit 2-star, you can do that.
Okay.
The second you hit 2-star, like
when you hit 2-star, you can do the second business center, is what you're saying.
Yes.
But when do we sign up our spouse that I don't have, but someone?
Right. You don't have. Well, you would want to sign up whenever you got married. You would want to sign up your husband, and then you would put your second business center under him. Now, I'm not saying go find a husband before you hit 2-star, but
My married 2-star.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I know some people that did this for their mom, like with their mom, with their dad, with their sister. You can put it underneath any. So then, as long as this person is emerald, as long as Matt is emerald, he gets to benefit from this. So you guys, he makes about a $200 paycheck every single week, but he doesn't do anything. And it's all from Team Bonus Cycles. Does that make sense?
Can you put in your bank account information so that their money goes into your bank account?
Absolutely. It all goes into my bank account.
So like I could sign my mom up without even telling my mom that I was signing her up?
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
so I
You'll,
even though she doesn't do anything?
oh, Matt doesn't
Like,
do anything.
You'll need her social security number.
You will. You'll need her social.
No worries, I got it.
Yeah. So listen, that is, you guys,
You will be the one who has to pay taxes on all of the income that you make.
over $600.
So you might want to let your mom in on it.
That's only if she has sold $600 or more.
There's Michelle with the logic. Thank you.
Because I already thought this through.
Right, but that's only if you're selling product underneath that person. You can just keep that person active by putting your shakes under that person and run your business from here and keep yourself active. Only if you're selling product under that person will they have to pay taxes on. Like,
And
I don't
listen,
sell anything under anything. I have coaches under, but I don't sell necessarily anything under that.
I don't put any orders under Matt. The only orders that I put under Matt are just to keep him active. That's it. So it's usually Energize, or it's the performance stack is usually what I get to keep him active. All of my orders go through my second business center. So if anybody were to like want to get something from me right now, I don't put them in my top business center. I only put them down here now. So then I'm triple dipping. I've got my second business center that's going to benefit from the volume. I've got Matt's business center that's going to benefit from the volume. And then I have my first business center that's going to benefit from the volume. So I get 3 paychecks every single week. And it's because I'm continuously adding to my volume underneath my first business center. So my first business center paycheck is the biggest because of all the volume. And then Matt makes a paycheck, and then my second business center makes a paycheck. Do you guys get that? Does that make sense?
So you get 3 team bonus cycles.
Yes.
From each one of those accounts.
Yes.
In other words.
Right.
They all cycle.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, so right now my second business center is 1 coach away from Diamond. Technically I'm just 2-star right now. And then when you hit 2-star and you stay 2-star for 6 weeks during the bonus period, you get about between an $800 and $900 bonus just for staying 2-star during those 6 weeks. So you guys, Diamond is not the end all to be all. It's 2-star. Okay. So Diamond is going to get you there, and Diamond's amazing. And it's huge for your business, but I saw the huge benefits of team bonus cycles when I helped 2 people on my team get to Diamond, when I helped them get to Diamond. And so when Matt hits Diamond, which he's pretty close too. I haven't looked at his, but anyway, right now he only gets $14 per team bonus cycle. When you're Diamond, you get $18 per team bonus cycle. So, when I'm pushing for 5-star, at some point at the end of this year, my goal is to have my second business center Diamond and Matt's business center Diamond. The problem is I don't like giving coaches away to him. Matt just called me selfish. It's the truth. It's the truth. Kind of like Kelly and Michelle were both like, I'll give this a try. And then bam, they're, amazing coaches. So I gave them to Matt. They're technically Matt's coaches, but they're really mine. Yeah. So
you're welcome, Matt.
I know. He owes me big.
He does. He should buy you something nice.
I know. He should. He would say, I just bought you a house.
That doesn't count. You
I know.
Fix it up. You have to decorate it.
Yeah.
And you birthed his children.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
In my book, that covers everything.
Nice every day.
That's the dang truth. Over 24 hours of labor, might I add. Anyway. So yeah. So, do you guys have, okay, so let me hear just give them to me. Let me hear your tracking horror stories. Tell me why you have or have not tracked in the past, and I'm not going to judge you, I promise. And then I want you guys, your homework for tonight, if you didn't know this, but next week, every 4th Thursday of the week, we're going to do a power hour. Okay. So what that means is we're going to get on here and we're going to bust through, and it's going to be less than an hour, but we're just going to bust through what it is that we should be doing and what we need to teach our coaches how to do when they first sign up. So if you've never done one of these, they're awesome. I literally set the timer and you have 2 minutes to do what I tell you to do. Okay. It's a great game. But, so we're going to do that next week. And that would be a really, really good call to get all of your new coaches, private message them and say, listen, we're doing a power hour. I don't know if you have been kind of, confused about what it is that you should be doing every day, but this would be an amazing call for you to be on. Just come, and it's going to be easy, but Jessica's going to show you exactly what you got to do every day in your pockets of time, and what you need to get done. And then at the end of the day, you can say, I did my power hour. And that's really, really awesome for new coaches to see, because they get like super overwhelmed and they're like, well, what do I need to do? So yeah, so private message them this week. And I feel like that's what helps newer coaches to get on, is when I message them and say, hey, can you make it to the team call on Thursday night? And usually they're able to come. Like last week, Abby, she couldn't be on tonight, but I just messaged her. I'm like, don't forget we have a team call tonight. I'd love for you to be on there. And she was, and she's, doing awesome so far, brand new coach. Okay. Tracking stories. Anybody have any? Why they don't, why they wish they could? Yeah.
I got, actually this past year, I can tell you everything you said is absolutely true. I had where I printed like 8 out ahead of time, and it's only excuses. I'll own it. My printer ran out of ink. I forget to tell my husband to print it. When I went to the library, I'd forget. And then I was like, well, I'll just track it in my phone. So I would write down what I think that I should be doing. And then over time, it just dwindled to where I wasn't doing anything. And I can tell you that also coincided with the time frame I quit sending them to you before the calls. But I can also tell you my paychecks went from minimum $150 a week to team bonuses that could be $28, $14. And I mean, it made a huge difference. And looking back on it, it was when I quit tracking that everything just slowly went downhill. So knowing income's a goal and just doing it, don't make the excuses. It takes how much time to print it and just use it. And I love the one that you were doing, the win the week. I really liked that one. I think Ashley had the idea of like color coordinating each day to show which ones had the activity to track it to see when you do the most. I really like that too. So, but yeah.
Yeah. So your job between now and tomorrow is to figure out if this isn't, tracking's not for everybody. If you're not building your business, if you're not wanting to hit some type of income goal or whatever, then this would be pointless for you. But if that is where you are, you need to figure out which one you're going to stick with. And I don't mean do it for 2 days, but only halfway do it and then think, oh, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
I mean, pick one, do it for 1 week, do it all out for 1 week. And if you hate it, then you can try a different one. But that's what I would do. And if you have no idea which one to start with, I would start with Win Your Week. This is the one that I would start with. This was my favorite because it didn't put everything like it did. I felt like I could breathe with this. Like if sometimes when I went to bed and I didn't get 3 invites in, I'd be like, oh my gosh, well, I'm just not going to do anything until next Monday because I just missed a day. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. So this is, this gives you grace. It wants you to have 70 conversations with people a week. So when you have a new conversation with somebody, that's when you track it. And then there's plenty of stuff down here. You can write your to-do, like people that you need to follow up with. You can write your list of people that you did chat with. You can use the back to, jot down whatever you need for that week. You can write down, what your volume goal is, what your coach goal is. And I just have I just have a story really quick to tell, and then I will, we can chat or whatever about anything else. But, so this week, me and some of the other Diamond coaches have been trying to figure out, we've been just like making our own goals. Cause we have all these challenges for you guys, like Emerald in 48 hours, Diamond in, 10 days or whatever. I'm doing this Diamond Dash with some other coaches on our team. And I'm going to pass everything that I learned down to you guys. But Brittany, so you guys know that she, Lauren, who is her husband, has been an Emerald coach. He was Diamond. And then he kind of just been sitting at Emerald for a long time. Well, with her team bonus cycles, he was missing out on $1,700 paycheck a week because he wasn't Diamond. Okay. So he was an Emerald, just an Emerald. So her goal, and she told us this, which is kind of why I'm coming on here talking to you guys about tracking and how much I suck at it, is because I want you guys to hold me accountable. But she came to us and she said, Lauren is emerald. I will have him diamond by next Thursday. So she told us this last Thursday. She said, I'll have him diamond by next Thursday. So literally all she did, it was kind of like, I love the analogy where it's like you're calm and collected on the surface, but underneath the surface, you know, the duck is like paddling, his feet are going like 90 miles an hour. And that's literally what she did. She went through, and I'm actually going to be chatting with her about what exactly she did. But from last week to this week, she was only missing one coach. So technically her last coach that would have made him a diamond signed up today, which won't count until next week because today's Thursday. It's the beginning of Beachbody week. So she was one coach short from her goal. But I think, why don't we set goals like that for ourselves? Why do we not push ourselves like that? You know, why don't we sit down in that hustle mode and think, I'm not getting up from this chair until I'm emerald tonight, or I'm not getting up in this chair until all 7 of these coach bubbles are filled in. You know, those small bursts of hustle, sometimes we have to do. Sometimes we have to say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to have it done by next week. And that's just what you do. You just do it. And it was super inspiring to all of us because even people like her are still trying to hit goals like that. And you don't necessarily see a lot of them coming to the table saying, you know, this is what I'm doing, or this is what I'm failing at. This is what I need to do better at. And so they've lost a lot of money because he hasn't been, you know, diamond. And so she just said, I'm making this declaration to you guys. And she had, I mean, think about it. If we did those just once or twice a month, think about where we would be, where our business would be if we actually sat and did those types of hustles together, or even, you know, separate in your own home. I just think I give myself too many excuses to not do that. I think, well, my kids are going to interrupt me, so I'm just going to sit here and not really do anything worth, you know, hustling for. There's always an excuse. Well, I have to pick up my kids in an hour, and that's not really enough time to have 5 conversations with somebody. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So anyway, I just hope that you guys can be inspired by that like I was. And then I have a challenge for you guys to pick your tracker tonight. Today's Thursday. You can start it tomorrow. You can start it first thing tomorrow. I'm like a brand new, like I will need to do it like the next day. I can't start anything like that day, which is probably not the best habit, but start it tomorrow. And I want you, I'm challenging you guys to pick your tracker and start it. And I want you to do it for 7 days between tomorrow, Friday, and next Wednesday, which isn't 7 days, but do it the entire time. Even though it's hard, it's going to be uncomfortable, and it's not going to feel normal, but I want you guys to try it. And I want to see how you feel about it next week when we do our power hour. So that's the first thing that we're going to do. I want to go over how you guys tracked, what you did well, what you feel like you need to work on if you liked your tracker. And then we'll go into our power hour after that. But I feel like for so long we've kind of just stopped doing basic stuff. And that is what's been killing us. Me included. Because I think my excuse all the time is I've ran out of my warm market. So now I'm having to like meet new people outside of my warm market, and that's not comfortable for me. So I also wanted to give you guys this last thing, and then we will get off here. So I told you guys this Dash to Diamond or whatever that I'm in. And I'm just one of the diamond coaches that happens to be in there. And Melissa McAllister, an amazing coach. She's been a coach for a long time. Wonderful girl. I don't know if you guys know who she is. This is what she does. Okay. So when you've tapped out of your warm market, warm market means the people that you know. So you can't ask your aunt, you can't ask your best friend, you can't ask your neighbor. Like you've asked all those people. And so now you're like, okay, I've asked everybody on my Facebook list. Like, what do I do? This is what she does. And I wrote it out. I'm going to give it to you guys. I'm going to put it in this chat box right here. This is what she does. She goes to her phone. She goes to Instagram. And then she goes to a hashtag. She goes and searches a hashtag. So for her hashtag was fit by 40. Okay. That's a hashtag that she went to. She's 44. So she went to fit by 40 and she started searching that. And she's going through there and she picks out somebody that looks like they are coach material. I mean, is either super inspiring, and she found out that a lot of them happen to be coaches, but she goes through their newsfeed and she looks to see whether or not they'd be somebody that she'd want to reach out to. And then what she said after that, I felt like was just so like not aggressive. And I wrote down what she said, and I'm going to give it to you guys right here in the chat box. But this is all she said. This is what she messages them if she finds out, if she finds somebody that she likes. So she calls them by their name. Hey, Haley, I found you on the hashtag #FitOver40, and I got sucked into your page, and you are amazing, amazing. Have you ever thought about taking the gift that you have for inspiring other people online and actually making it a home business or a side? And so she said a home business, or you could say, or a side hustle, or make some extra income for your family. Like that is kind of, you look at their Facebook feed and see what you feel like would fit that description the best, and then put that. And then say, I would love the opportunity to talk to you about what I do. I think you would be good at it. And that is what she says to every single person. And when she said it was like, that is non-aggressive. I mean, even if I wasn't interested in anything that this person had to offer, I think I would actually probably message that person back because that's such a nice thing to say. You know, she's talking about my newsfeed. She obviously went through it. I mean, if you see somebody like with a Shakeology thing like this, like you want to make sure that you go through their newsfeed, because you don't want them to message you back and be like, did you not realize that I'm a coach too, or whatever. So like check them out, make sure they're not selling anything, and then message them that. And you guys can copy and paste that and, change it up if you want to. But it's just, that is kind of where I'm at in my business. And a lot of you guys might be too, especially veteran coaches, just like not knowing what to say or what to do, or talk to people, exactly the wording and stuff like that. But I mean, it's working for her. And I really feel I just wanted to pass that on to you guys. So hopefully that will help. Hopefully that will help with your tracking this week, so that you kind of have an idea and a game plan of what you can do moving forward. And do you guys have anything you want to add or anything?
I literally just said that to Crystal 2 days ago. That's what I've been doing in my 45-minute car rider lines. I've been hashtag fishing is what I've been calling it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I've been sitting on my phone doing. And I messaged Crystal the other day. I'm like, have you ever hashtag fish? She's like, what the heck? Hashtag fishing. And I'm like, well, I don't know what else to call it. So that's what I've been doing on my Instagram is hashtag fishing. But I literally just did that the other day. I don't know why I've never thought to do that before. Like, especially the ones that I personally tag, I have never thought to click on them. Like I've never actually thought to do that.
Yeah.
I've gotten, my daughter has celiac disease. So that's kind of been what I've been looking into now. We just found that out.
That's awful.
Yeah. It's okay. It's just got to be gluten-free. It's not that bad.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's
but
that's not
when I tag things for celiac, there's been a lot of people that follow me back.
Okay, yeah, you'll get that. Oh, P.S. last little tip: when you're doing an Instagram story, like for instance, my son was drumming, and I put on there like 21 Pilots, like I hashtag 21 Pilots, and my viewers, like I get between 300 and 400 viewers like on my stuff. My views went up to like 900 because I hashtag 21 Pilots. Okay. So hashtag, and it doesn't have to be like all over the screen. You can make it so small that nobody can even see the hashtag. You could do like 7 hashtags if you want, but that's just a little interesting thing that I just saw recently.
So when you hashtag on your stories, it's a real hashtag?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real hashtag.
Like when people look it up, your stories come up.
Yep. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was shocked when I went to that one. And I gained a few followers. Not a ton, like 2 or 3. But still, I mean, you could potentially gain some followers if you continue to do that and your page is being seen. So anyway,